the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Back to throw, it's Cavazos. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And I love the way this defense just responded. Sometimes you're over there drinking Powerade on the sidelines. You're ready for your offense to do its thing. They turn it over. You quickly grab your helmet. Sometimes you're discombobulated. And this offense tries to take advantage of that. Defense more than ready. Grabs the momentum right back in this football game. Back-to-back turnovers.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Caught. Oh, he's got some space. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Eagles. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll run it. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Maybe a crease. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. NC State quick to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. He's changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Burke. Rush is on. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Drops back on first down. Dumps it to the back. Just had to get rid of it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Long way to go on second down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. All over him immediately.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Still looking. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After run, now throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We just need better execution on offense right now. Not able to get it done on first down, and now they give up the sack. If you're the head coach right now, you might want to think about a timeout, make sure your guys have their minds right.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Move to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on fourth down. Sets his feet. It's Burke. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Wants to throw one first. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game play. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a miss.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Trying to make one miss. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, gonna throw it. He'll get rid of it. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. NC State going up tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
reached the end of the period. Georgia Southern is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go. Ready to go.
Left side is Larson. There he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The offense knocking on the door. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Wants to throw. It's Burke. Stepping to the right. Looking, trying to escape, cannot. The sack thwarts the 2-point try. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Second down to the air. Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Right side, it's Green. He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the first down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Needs it here on 4th down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he's not going to take the touchback. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out wide right, it's Larson. Turning it on. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling.
Straight ahead, it's Williamson. Runs through a tackle. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. Guys, let's look at the big picture for Georgia Southern. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus, a number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
At the 15-yard line, and first down for the offense.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Trying to run, it's Williamson. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. And the Eagles are threatening on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under could have been worse. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And That's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
My goodness, you're backed up, just trying to give yourself some space on offense. Forget that. I'm taking this thing 98 yards to the house. You know what's nice? To almost break the 100-yard rushing mark in one play.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarter.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The play fake. Still on his feet at the 45. Wide open spaces. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Looking downfield, it's Cavazos. Escapes the pressure going right. Looking to get it in the end zone, and down he goes. They were trying to tie the game, but they are denied. Still down by 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeps it. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
2nd and long here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simmons. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Scanning the field. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap to try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Burke. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back. And I love the defensive back with vision on the quarterback. He sees it, right? He takes off the scramble. He's like, no, no, no. You're not getting this first down. Nice job coming up, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt is in the air on 4th down. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Headed outside, it's Danzy. On the move is the 30. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the number 12 team, the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Yellow Jackets, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Burke. Back's got it on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Working the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The give to the back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Caught in the backfield. It's Simmons. Open space at the 25. Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, NC State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they just...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Snaps on 4th down. Escapes the pressure to his right. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Off play action on 1st down. Extending the play. It's complete to the right. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. NC State now operating from the red zone. Caught. They will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frame.
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. NC State 35, Georgia Southern 20.
And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And the offense has a little bit of success. And what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Give to the back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They want to get this defense on its heels. They give it to him again. Quick spin on the run. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Complete. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be first down. And the Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tells the run, lost the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Gotta make the play on 4. Rush right in his face. Gonna try to get it himself. And they get him out of bounds. He wasn't even close to converting that, and that defense flexes its muscle. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Look out! Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it, he's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Out wide left, it's Massey. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And this is the beauty of getting in these 3rd down and manageable situations. It makes it so much easier for an offense. Now you can run your RPO game, and everybody has to respect that run. I read it. He reads it correctly, spits it out on the perimeter right now. Your guy does the rest of the work. Nice 3rd down execution.
And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
So first down. up the final period. They'll try to pop the draw. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Buys time to his left. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
I love the play call offensively. Because you've got the lead, you know the defense is expecting you to run the football, and you just did it the previous play. So on that 3rd down, you dial up the play action to keep the chains moving.
Off the bench, arm loose, but the first one is incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And he makes the extra point.
NC State 42, Georgia Southern 20.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Cavazos. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And how about the complimentary football?
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way. Knocked it right down the middle. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Coming out with it, it's Ashley. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. First play of this drive. Out wide right, it's Green. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Georgia Southern in a hurry. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Complete on the left to Williams. Could be an alley. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. The Eagles come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Fresh center downs going to the air. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got.
Makes a grab and room to run. down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
Wide open downfield. Quick step and go. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. PAT unit on the field. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the fourth quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback Keith runs through the tackle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ashley. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. Takes off. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
Caught over the middle. It's Ashley. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Moves the pocket. It's Cavazos. Lets it fly. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Quick completion on the out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. And they take it in for 6 more points.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We've reached this 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're going to ride this running back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes a knee. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. And that is no good. Guys, they didn't get the field goal there, but still a 22-point lead to work with.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Floats it out in space. There he goes. He's at the 50. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were down, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They can stop the clock a couple more times, and they need to get it back fast. Down 2 possessions as the clock